Hi there, I'm Josh Van Veld. I'm the Director of Operations here at Xaviant. Today I'm going to be giving you an update about our studio and our projects. I think most of you know that last week we launched the Culling 2 and that launch was not successful. It's been difficult for us to wrap our heads around the entire situation. It's been a lot to take in, but we've been having a lot of discussions. And one thing that has emerged very clearly for us is that the Culling 2 was not a game that you asked for, and it's not the game that you expect as a worthy successor to the Culling. So with that in mind, we've decided that the best course of action is to take that game down off of store shelves. So this week we'll be in contact with Valve, Sony, and Microsoft to close those stores and to make sure that those of you who bought the game get refunds. It's definitely been difficult to deal with the launch of the Culling 2, but it's been valuable for us in terms of making us look inward and look backward and to see how we got here as a studio and as a team. We're bonded by the desire to move forward and make progress, and so we've been looking for ways forward. And what's been interesting is that the solutions that we've come up with are the same types of things that you suggested to us when we told you that we were in a tough spot and we were thinking about what to do next. So I can announce right now that one of the things that we will do moving forward is to go back to the culling, day one. And I think that that's an area that we owe you an apology, because when we thought back to day one of the culling and how we handled that launch, we realized that we changed too much too fast, and that there was something very unique and very special about the personality of that game that we were too eager to modify, to balance, to retune. And so we took a game that you guys loved and we changed it out from under you, and I want to apologize for that. I also want to apologize because when we got to the end of our early access run, you weren't happy with the state of the game. We weren't happy with our relationship with the community. We weren't happy with how you felt about the game. We weren't happy with the game ourselves, but we didn't see a path forward. So we turned it off and moved on to something else. And in retrospect, that was a mistake. What we see is that there's tremendous value in the day one build of the culling. And you've been asking for it, and it's been hard for us to accept that that's something that we need to put the work into to get to you, but we've decided it's time. So I can announce that as of this week, the culling in its day one form, and by that I mean literally the build that we launched back in March of 2016, is coming to our test servers. So if you're a PC player who already owns the game, you're going to have the opportunity to download for free the culling day one. You can play that game, you can check it out, you can experience it again. And we've played it as a team, and it's been a really wonderful experience. We've gotten to get to know the game in its original form again, and I can tell you it's a lot of fun, and we're excited to give it to you. The other part of our announcement is that we're putting the culling back into development. And the culling in its day one form is going to remain on the test servers for as long as the game's in development, to serve as a reference point for all of us to look back to. Our immediate goal for the culling in terms of our first update is to take the October 2017 build that's live right now and to modify it so that every aspect of the gameplay matches the day one build. That means all the perks are coming back, all the airdrops are coming back, combat goes back to its day one form. Literally every aspect of the gameplay will be what you remember. And that's going to be our platform moving forward. I know some of you are going to be skeptical that we're going to be able to do it right this time, but I can tell you we learned a great deal from having the culling in development and from working on the sequel. And we're ready to apply those lessons to a new process. We also know that we need an audience to come with this game. I think a lot of you are going to come back, but we need new blood as well. And to that end, I'm announcing that we're putting the culling into free-to-play when we launch that update. So we think that that'll be a new opportunity for the game to thrive. I think one of the unexpected things that we learned over the course of the past week is how much love so many of you still have for the calling, and the fact that so many of you were holding out hope that we would give you what you were looking for. And I think that with this day one build and this new focus on taking the calling back to day one and starting on a fresh foot in a free-to-play mode, I think that we're going to be able to give you what you're looking for. We certainly can't do it without you. We need you to trust us, and we know that that trust needs to be earned one step at a time. We hope that these first couple of steps are going to be clearly the right move, and we look forward to working with you and finding out where the calling is going in the future. So the day one servers will be coming this week, and we'll have more news to share soon about our plans. So I want to thank you for your time, and from everybody here at Xaviant, we're looking forward to working on the calling again.